Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. Here on the channel we talk about homemaking and homeschooling and all the things in between. Today's going to be kind of a little bit of a homemaking video. We're going to do our January freezer meals. So every month I make out a monthly, or every month I try to make out a monthly meal plan, and then we try to do monthly grocery shopping, and along with that monthly plan, we do a once a month freezer meal prep. So you don't make all the meals we're gonna eat in the month on this day. I just make a couple of the meals into freezer meals, and then that way a couple of nights a month they're just easy, ready to go meals. I know they're already done. All I gotta do is take them out and either put them in the Instant Pot or the slow cooker. This month for this month, I'm hoping to make 8 meals. I will put down below what I end up making, because sometimes it switches halfway through the video because I'm out of something or I miscalculated. It's known to happen. So on that note, one of the things that I am almost out of is our ranch mix. I make our own ranch mix from Wellness Mama's recipe. I don't have enough for, I'm gonna make some bacon ranch chicken for a freezer meal, and I'm out. And then the other day I made some spaghetti sauce and I used up all our Italian seasoning. So I'm gonna whip those up really quickly first, and then we'll get started on the rest of the meals. Okay, for the ranch dressing, we are gonna need a 1/4 cup of parsley, a tablespoon of dill, a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of basil, and then half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we got our ranch mix. Since I have everything out, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Italian dressing I ran out of also. I'm gonna need a 1/4 cup of rosemary. Because my rosemary is not ground rosemary or smaller, it's not smaller pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and put all of it into my molcajete, and then I will crush it down a little bit that way, and then put it in our glass jar. Half a cup of basil, half a cup of marjoram, half a cup of oregano. I'm gonna go ahead and grind it a little because it is getting pretty full in my jar here. And then 2 tablespoons of garlic. It says garlic powder, but I use this granulated garlic. And that's it. I am running a little behind schedule, but what's new? Today we actually finished up our grocery haul, so I will, if that video is up, I will link it for you. If not, maybe subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can see the video. But it is already 2:30, and I wanted to get this done right as soon as we got home after I put away the groceries and stuff. But you know, it's life and things happen. So I've been finishing up homeschool with my kiddos, and now I have some chopping to do for some of these meals. So the first meals we're gonna do is just plain old chicken fajitas. I like to serve these either over a bowl of rice, and maybe with some beans on the side, and tortillas or tortilla chips. Those are always great too. Or sometimes what we'll do is we'll make sandwiches out of them, and we can like buy the sub like rolls or the long hoagie rolls, and then add cheese and do like a chicken fajita sandwich. Either way is fantastic, but at least I have like the main protein part of it done in a freezer meal prep. So I gotta get to chopping. We're gonna chop up some bell peppers. I ended up getting 3 bell peppers, 3 green ones, because they were the least expensive, but I got 1 yellow one to split between the 2 meals, because just for a pop of color. And then I also need to chop up some onions too, so let's do that. Okay, crying a little from the onions. The onions are chopped, and so are the bell peppers. I ended up just using one bell pepper, 1.5 bell peppers for each of the chicken fajita meals, and this is what I have. I'm gonna throw in 2 pounds of chicken to each one, and then some taco seasoning. So while I was doing the chicken and I had my hands dirty anyways, I went ahead and separated the chicken out into the other bags as well. And according to the packages, I had about 10 pounds of chicken, but when I weighed them out into the bags, I used about 2 pounds of protein per meal for my family. When I weighed them out, I ended up only having 2, 4, 6, 8 pounds, almost 9 pounds, because this is not quite 1 pound yet. So I'm not going to be able to make as many meals as I thought I would. I'm going to do the 2 chicken fajitas since I already started that, and then I'm going to do 2 of the bacon ranch chicken, and then this one was supposed to be chicken tortilla soup, but there's not quite a whole pound of chicken in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it up anyways, and then I'll just know if I want to add some more. I'll just check it out the day of and see if it needs to add more the day of. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up, and then we'll get started on the ground turkey meals too. So to my chicken fajitas, I'm gonna go ahead and dump in some garlic. I'm not gonna measure this, I'm just gonna put in a generous helping here of diced garlic. And then I know it's not fajita seasoning, it's just regular taco seasoning that is also from Wellness Mama, but we're gonna put that in there as well. And I'm gonna put in about 2 tablespoons in each one. And just give it a quick smush in here to get that covered and zip it up, and these 2 meals are done. Okay, to the bacon ranch, I'm going to add our ranch dressing. And then I'm gonna add some garlic as well. And then we're also gonna add some bacon. Now, of course, you can cook your own bacon and put it in there, but we're gonna go ahead and take this shortcut and use the pre-cooked bacon. I have a bag that was in the fridge, it was already open, so I'm just gonna mix these 2 bags to try to do it as equally as possible. And then here's where we kind of improvise. So I thought I had more cream cheese, or this is what we use instead of cream cheese, this new Chantal cheese. I'm probably butchering that name, but this is what we use. But I only have 1 left, so I've got to grab some more. But this was already in my freezer, so it's already frozen. I'm just gonna leave it to the side. I'm not gonna add it in. I already had it in the fridge though to start defrosting because we had made some bagels. So when I go to cook these, I'll just know to add cheese to these. I already have it on our grocery list for the next time we go. Or if we don't end up using it for the cream cheese, I can just cut it in half and use it then. But this is what I mean when I kind of tweak things and I just go with the flow and see what works and what doesn't. I totally goofed on this one and thought we had more in the freezer, but we only had this one that I had already started semi-defrosting. So I'm just gonna leave these like this, and then I'll know when I take it out that I need to add cheese to these. And then the last one we're gonna do is the chicken tortilla soup. So to this, I am going to add a can of diced tomatoes with the juice. You can add Rotel. That would also be really great in this, but I have littles who are pretty sensitive to chili, and so we don't add the Rotel because it has the green chilies in there, but that is also delicious. So we're gonna put a can of that in. You're gonna add a can of corn that is drained. You can use frozen as well. I'm gonna put in just a half a tablespoon of our taco seasoning because there's not that much chicken in there. And then some garlic. squirt of lime juice. I don't have fresh lime, so I'm gonna use this bottled one. So you can also add in right now some enchilada sauce, and it is delicious. I'm not gonna add the enchilada sauce in just yet because I'm not sure if we're gonna use it or not. Sometimes it gets a little too spicy for my kiddos, so I just add chicken broth. But if we decide to do enchilada sauce, then I will do that. But if this day we decide no, it's gonna be more for the entire family, including the littles, then I will substitute and add broth and probably like maybe some tomato paste or something like that for color. But that is it for this one too. So I have 5 chicken meals done. Let's knock out these ground turkey meals. Okay, so for my ground turkey, I'm gonna do some meatloaf mix. Meatloaf, I'm gonna call it meatloaf or meatball mix. Because what I'm gonna do is take both of these 3-pound ground turkey chubs that I have bought. I'm gonna put them in here, and then I'm gonna mix it up with some general meatball or meatloaf ingredients, but I'm not going to shape it at all. So let me show you what I mean. To this, I'm going to add in some oats. This is what I use kind of for my binder instead of breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna do like 2 generous palmfuls here, or handfuls, maybe 2.5. I'm gonna put in some garlic. Again, I'm just gonna be really generous with that because we have like 6 pounds of meat in here. We're gonna put in some French onion mix. Of course, this is another Wellness Mama one. I'm just gonna use what's left in here, so it looks like maybe it's maybe 1/4 cup, possibly, I don't know. We're gonna throw that in. I'm gonna put in some ketchup. And then some Worcestershire sauce. How do you say this? I'm gonna put some of this stuff in. And then we're gonna give this a good mix. And then I just have my food scale under here and my bag, and I'm gonna estimate, I'm gonna just put in until it's about 2 pounds in this bag here. Okay, so I have 3 bags of this mix. What I'm gonna do is take out, I'm gonna zip up most of it and then flatten it out. We flatten it out, it'll defrost faster rather than being in a lump like this. It'll take longer to defrost this way. So I'm gonna flatten it out a little bit and then zip up the rest. And then the day that I go to cook these, what I will do is go ahead and defrost these, and then I can either shape it into one giant meatloaf, I could shape it into mini meatloaves, which is what we do often because they cook faster, or I can shape them into meatballs. So these are just gonna be some really protein, seasoned protein that's ready to roll. Okay, and that's it, I'm done. It is like, it's 10 to 4, but quite honestly, I finished homeschooling the kiddos, so I was helping them along in between this. I ended up washing half of the dishes that we used anyways, plus some that were just in the sink. So I would say that's not bad timing to get this all done. We have the 3 meatloaf or meatball mixes. I have one sort of chicken tortilla soup here. We just have to add the broth or enchilada sauce. We have 2 chicken fajitas and then 2 bacon ranch chicken that just needs cream cheese added to it. And so that's gonna do it. I still have to make dinner tonight. I could probably just throw one of these in the Instant Pot and do it for tonight, but I already took out chicken earlier. As you can see, we eat a lot of chicken here. So I'm gonna do that. But that's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and joining me in the kitchen as we prepped some freezer meals for the month of January. I hope that you are all well and healthy and happy. I really appreciate you watching these videos. If you're not already a subscriber, maybe consider watching some of our videos and seeing if we're for you and joining our little YouTube family by hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss our videos. And if you are already part of our little YouTube family, thanks so much for joining us in our little corner of the interwebs here. It is really, really appreciated. Thanks for hanging out with us.